Hello, hey Fall Creek mountain bikers. I got a little time on my hands. We all do. So I thought I'd take us through a tour of the Moosepacker Trail so that people who haven't ridden before can see what's up, and maybe people who are interested in riding it or riding it faster can pick up some tips. First off, I'd like to say some people may wonder why I've kept the entrance like this with that log there and those boards. It really is to keep the four-wheelers discouraged from coming in here. I've had a couple incidents with quads and go-karts and things coming through here, and they do damage the trail and they make it too wide. So first bridge has been improved. Easier entrance and exit for the families and the kiddos. Saw a lot of people struggling to get over that. Should be easier now. First corner, a little tight bump there. And the first feature, or second feature, is the up and over. It's not as hard as it looks. Ignore this for now, this is a work in progress. The up and over is actually pretty easy. Get some speed, commit to it, push your bike over, get your butt behind the seat, push the bike ahead of you, and it'll naturally follow that exit ladder, which is super steep, but super fun. Winding our way through the pine trees. Second or third feature is the skinny, which I only really can manage to hit about 30% of the time. Lucky today. Got through it. And then the fast section. For those of you who use Strava, I've got the trail broken up into 4 or 5 segments. One for the full loop. First one is the woods, which we're in now. Second one is the stuff along the creek or bayou. And then there's a section along the levee. And then there's like an inside loop section as well. So it's fun if you track your times on Strava. You can see how you stack up against the likes of me and Brad and Felipe, the guys who come out here and really pound it. Right now the KOM for the whole loop is about 6 minutes and 11 seconds start to finish, but that's getting faster and faster. So at the creek section here, a couple of options now that didn't used to exist, but first one's the gorge. You can drop off that bank, ride up that other bank, and it's super sketchy to get over that. The second option is to go down the bank to my right, coming up, which I've seen a lot of kids struggle with and stuff. Getting down there, a lot of wipeouts. Third option is the easy trail to the left, which is brand new. And the fourth is jump off that bank and jump over this log. And watch out, because that's washing away a bit there. And then wave to the neighbors across the creek. There's only like 5 houses over there. They're not a problem. Finish up the bayou section here. The only really good steep climb on the whole trail is this little hill here, so enjoy it. Crank your legs. All right, now we're on to the levee section. Here's a trick. If your bike can handle it, go over those logs, because it's much faster than the lower line. And a jump. And now we're into a new section that I cut last month. It's quickly becoming my favorite piece. It's really flowy through here. A couple of gentle turns, one harsh one, a little dip. Pump that, watch over that pipe, and then up over the root stump. I don't know how long that's gonna last, but it's a fun feature. And you get back here to the, it's a trail that boys cut for their treehouse a few years ago. I've adapted it. It's off camber with some stumps. It's good though, it makes you pay attention. Harsh turn and then up. Back onto the levee. Some people will probably wonder where the Moosepacker name came from. I'm from Canada. My favorite trail in Kananaskis country near Calgary was the Moosepacker Trail, named after a pioneer who saddled a moose and actually used it to carry food on his hunting trips. The famous Moosepacker of Kananaskis country made a great trail. Here's the jump section, and jump, and berm, woo, and berm, and pump the dip, and ride the berm. And then you can either go back and do it again, or continue with the trail. That's gonna be full of pumps and rollers and cool stuff by the time I get done with it. And back into some nice woods, nice open stuff. A couple little bumps and rollers in here that are fun. This right here, you can pump it. Pump, 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 pump. End up with more speed. Here too, pump, pump. Hopefully I'll be able to build those up a little bit bigger. Now here's something fun. Easy way to the left. Ladder bridge to the right. Pedal up, slow, turn, ride off. Simple as that, faster. All of the tricks in the trail, skinnies and ladder bridges, they're actually faster than following the long way. So for those of you guys who are trying for a good time, the tricks are faster than the trail. Here you go, watch this. Boom. So the trick there, hit it with the front tire and then pick the bike up. So your back tire jumps over it. Use the impact from the front tire to hop and bring your back tire over to the backside. Makes it a lot less harsh. But if you don't want to try that, there's a new gap in the log that makes it optional. My son built this bridge, Danny boy. He and I built that in the garage, and there's a video on the group page of him installing it. It gets really wet there. It also gets pretty wet here. When we had rain a few weeks ago, this was underwater, so I don't know what to do. There's the old tent. Spooks a lot of people, but it's been there for at least 4 years. Before the trail was here, I remember coming out here years ago, and that tent was just sitting there. Freaked me out too at first. And there we go. Back at the beginning of glorious Moosepacker 1.1 mile trail. I'm glad to see everybody getting out and enjoying it during these difficult times with COVID-19. I'll tell you what, it's absolutely keeping me sane to come out here, work on the trail, ride some laps. It's a passion.